It's me. I
It's 150.
I haven't done it. I did one like a couple weeks ago. So I was saying on the tempo now.
Let him give you his YouTube channel. Let him give you his YouTube channel.
YouTube channel got classes on it.
Give it to him. Give the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I give like 2 or 3 classes a day. You can see it on my lives.
Okay, what is it? I'm on YouTube now.
Just type in my name, you know.
That's Capra.
Nah, bro. I just type in that Rabbi Mordecai Yosef. Then I'm baby. See it. See it. And then you didn't realize it.
He's pumped right now.
No, I'm just saying I'm a rabbi. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like a...
Let's spell it for him. Mordecai what?
Bro,
I know how to spell Mordecai. What's the other one?
Mordecai Yosef.
Yosef?
Yeah, like Yosef, like Yosef.
Yeah. I got it.
Can you just put it in the chat for me, please? I can't.
Come on, you gotta get it. You got
No, I'll put it in the chat. Let me have it right here.
Black Hitler, don't get too excited, you fucking idiot.
He's gonna get one more view.
Yeshiva, Rosh Yeshiva, Rabbi Mordecai Yosef, and blah, blah, blah.
Yosef.
Oh, damn, you used to be skinny, bro. What happened?
Bro, I'm still skinny. I just gained weight for a minute. I'm like back to my normal size.
Nah, I used to be skinny.
I'm the same. At that picture you're looking at, I'm the same size right now. Like people like, oh, you got fat. Yeah, I did, man. I was like married. I'm eating a lot of Shabbat every week. I got fat.
You gotta get your subscribers up a little more, though.
No, I'm trying to get up to, bro. I'm teaching more, bro. Like I'm not like I'm going to a whole nother level content wise. Like I'm doing a whole.
But you're a rock star, though. I mean, you should have a million subscribers.
Edward, you're big. Talking to greatness. Learn. Don't.
Greatness. I understand.
You average about 120 views on each video that you have.
Yeah,
you have 514 videos.
He's the chief rabbi of Africa.
Yeah, your YouTube has been like set up since 2013. You fucking had your 20.
Crystal, I put it in the chat.
I got it. Thank you.
Salam alaikum, Amir, and everybody, by the way, forgot to say anything.
What happened to the Pledge of Allegiance? Where did he go? The guy Amos.
I think Amos has a room up.
Chucky guy got pissed off again. Chucky guy.
Did he?
No, I think apparently, he started to question me if he's a Muslim because he follows this and that. I'm like, no, from Muslim paradigm, it's not. And then I asked him, why do you ask me Islamic questions when you can't answer any question? We were in another room yesterday. Could not answer any question related to his religion. You know, and then he would. Then why do you come in and ask me a question?
He could not, or he would not.
He would not.
Oh, what?
He knows about the religion, but he would not. Teddy, you know that guy, the brother John?
Yeah, but he said both. I asked him when he was looking into religion, what was it that appealed to him about Judaism and what did he not like about Islam? And he said I'm not allowed to comment on such things.
I remember that. I think I was in the room when he said that.
No, not about that, Teddy. It's about the.
I'm saying,
Brother Johnny, but
you're not allowed to say.
Johnny asked you about other. Brother Johnny asked him about other stuff. He did not. He chose not to answer the question. He changed the topic directly into cooking. What do you make from it?
Mazin said, is he not allowed or is he choosing not to?
No, he's choosing not to. He's choosing not to.
He said to me that he's not allowed to comment on such things.
He's lying. But today he literally said about the Islam part. If you're not allowed to comment on Judaism,
why he's not allowed? Why he's not allowed?
No, it's a bullshit. That's a bullshit. That's cap.
Maybe he's
why are you being so anti-Semitic, bro?
We have an unknown guy in the audience. This idiot likes to record conversations. He's been recording some of the, Jeff's room as well. I heard Jeff was pissed off at this idiot. He's calling out his own Jewish brother, right? This guy, John Elder, whatever the fuck his name is, and sitting in the audience with the anonymous account. He should be mass reported from all sides, Muslim and Jewish sides. Because Jeff Room is like full rated R. So I'm saying they talk about nothing but sex. So that's where we're at.
Yo, Habibi, I just saw what you just put up.
He's so stupid, man. He is so stupid. I couldn't.
Yo, Black Rabbi, why are you calling yourself an ex-Muslim? Why, bro? Stop it.
Bro, stop.
You couldn't even recite the Fatiha when we asked you last time. How do you lead people in prayer if you can't recite the Fatiha, the most basic thing? You said you led people in prayer in Mecca. You have to know the Fatiha.
Yes.
But you couldn't recite it.
Bro, just ask him about the first pillar of Islam. He will make it
Ask him
easier.
any of the pillars of Islam.
What's the first?
Come on now, the first pillar. Come on.
How'd you guys find?
Right. What's the Shahada, bro? You forgot that. No, you don't see me.
What you post on the internet, like Hitler, stays on the internet, buddy.
Shut up, bro. You're not discovering.
Bro, I want to ask you something, Black Rabbi. How many
with you, Adam. Welcome.
Adam, he already failed that last time. We got him on the rakats. That was very easy.
How many rakats in wudu?
How many rakats are in wudu, bro? What are you talking about?
Yeah. How many rakats in wudu, bro?
That doesn't make no sense.
MashaAllah.
No, because we got him last time. Now he remembers that, Adam. You gotta be slicker now.
Remembers that? Okay.
Yeah, you gotta be slick.
So what about that?
Okay.
In Fajr, there's 2 rakats. Is that better?
Bro, we did this with you already. You're just remembering what we caught you.
What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, bro? We grew up, bro. You know what's great? You know what's great about this? I'm doing an interview, like when everything with the war comes out. I'm doing this big interview here.
It's just for the clown, right? Like a clown.
No, and I'm gonna have my parents come on the
How
interview.
much money are you gonna be making on the interview? How much money down from you?
No, but my parents are gonna come on the interview, and they're
I
gonna
understand. How much money?
But no, they're gonna talk about being Muslim and having
How much money? I need to know how much money so I can make some money up.
a son and a daughter who both converted to Judaism.
So they're pimping you out on national television.
They failed.
Oh, they're using your sister as well, the Black Panther?
They're pimping you out, right?
So he's been saying that same rhetoric for like 10 years now. A global hijab. Shut the fuck up. Why were you skinnier?
Ariel, you shouldn't even be talking about.
He's drinking his wine.
You did that. The way you did that sister dirty, that clipped your account. You still, Edward. He goes, "I'll pay you $4,000, right? I'll cash out you. Can you pay the sister or the person that I did dirty?" I'm still waiting. There's no money in my cash out account. Where's my $4,000 at, idiots?
But let me just, why do you guys have a problem with me finding?
This guy stole money from a lady, from a girl on this app, this Ariel character, and sitting in the audience.
How much?
The amount
Yeah,
that
those are all
the
basically all the
he
languages.
said, I'll double it,
They're
that would you
basically
pay her?
all dialects of like the
And
same
then,
language group.
he's like, I'm going to give you the money.
Everybody's
I
different
said, where's the
enough
money? Okay, send
to
it.
be on a
I'm
different.
still waiting. I'm like, cash out. Where's the money?
I'm not involved. In this.
It doesn't matter. That's your boyfriend. That's your boyfriend.
Don't
No, that's your buddy, not boyfriend.
don't bring your
Yeah,
Okay.
he has described you in great detail, more than what we want to know.
He watched
Like
you urinate, man. What do you want? He watched you urinate on the side of the road.
Are you talking about Ariel?
He did. Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. He said it in me and there was a whole bunch of people in the room.
He ripped you apart about that white chick that you guys were fighting over.
Oh, they were fighting over a girl?
Yeah.
Why are you guys just...
I don't know if you want to kick Ariel from the room.
They're fighting for
I think I have an idea, right? Let's have some fun. Let's piss him off where he doesn't have a voice, right? So Ariel did that woman dirty, right? He pissed her off, and she's got him suspended on the first account. Second account did the same shit, right? He keeps on stealing the money, right? Keeps on stealing the money from women, does not want to pay them back, and this is his third account. Like, what an idiot this guy is.
I think
This is the
Black
Rabbi,
Rabbi.
psychopath.
I mean, maybe Ariel and that Black Rabbi should make up right now, in the room right here.
Again, makeup and kiss.
Well, I mean, I don't want to go that far.
Kiss on the cheeks or like kiss somewhere else.
They're actually competing with each other, and that's right.
Should I bring up Black Rabbi, kiss on the cheeks?
Wait, why are we competing?
Because you're both like brainwashed, and you're both being used for entertainment purposes. So one of you has to.
But
And Ariel says he's more successful than you.
I feel like
They
Black
can't
Rabbi
really
is like.
Maybe he is.
Yeah.
Maybe he is.
they can't really speak on each other like that because I think there's like a case. They have like a legal case against each other.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying, why can't I just be myself? Why can't
Would
I be?
you consider yourself more superior than Ariel?
No, why would I?
When Black Rabbi in the other room, he was defending you. As I was questioning your, evidence, right? I asked you for the evidence. He kept on interrupting. He was kept on defending you. What's up with that? He's really in love with you.
Amir, I
Just
And
be
you're
honest.
like a little bit. You've had the restraining order on.
Well, Amir, the thing is, you guys are using these white supremacist tactics where you take vulnerable black
I'm not white, so I cannot use white
Who's vulnerable?
and you want them to fight against each other.
Who's vulnerable? Black Rabbi.
No, you guys already did that, Black Rabbi. We don't have to do
I
that.
know, because we were incited. We were incited by you guys.
You
You were
did that
inside
over
each
a
other?
chick.
I didn't know that. Wow.
No,
Disgusting.
you guys,
You did it over a
Hey, yo, come on, guys.
No, Black Rabbi, what are you vulnerable? Who's vulnerable?
African Americans.
Oh, but I thought you said you're more aligned with American dominance, so you're on a different paradigm.
You know,
You're more of a citizen than I am, and so how are you vulnerable?
No, wait.
Black Rabbi, I do want to tell you one thing.
I want to be.
I'll let you respond to him. The funny part is that you guys fought over a girl, and then she dumped both your bum asses. That's the funnier part of the whole situation.
Black Rabbi married her before
She dumped both of them.
Black Rabbi married her before she dumped him.
Guys, you know how dumb guys look when they fight over a girl? Black Rabbi, come on.
Wait, this is the same thinking that.
Bros before hoes, remember the saying?
Wait, this is the same thing that tells yourself that
The funny thing is, you thought you won, bro. You thought you won because you married. You thought you won because you married her, and then she dumped you.
You guys are weird. Anyways, the point is like this.
And then you had plans, to go to Nigeria and get married there. And
what happened with that?
The biggest mistake. They attacked Iran. And then Iran canceled his entire plan about going to Nigeria.
Oh, well, I mean, he's been talking about it for months, though.
I know.
It just so happened to coincide with
the thing about it, I'm with Nigeria. I'm connected to Nigeria, and I will get there soon. But I'm not gonna marry in Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna marry in Israel, right? So it's just saying I have to put the priority of getting married first before I do my world tour. You know what I'm saying?
World tour.
You're a world tour.
I bet it's the famous person that flies economy.
I know that I'm a small guy right now, but I'm going to be the biggest guy. I'm just starting off small right now. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa. You're a small one and he's a bit.
You know what I'm saying? I'm small. In comparison to like Tony Robbins.
Dominated and who's the submissive? Who's the dominant and who's the submissive?
I want that market share. I want it to be that self-help.
Ariel's dominant or you're dominant?
Stop the turning black.
You know, Black Rabbi, Ariel has more views on Instagram and YouTube than you do. Not for the good things, but he still has more views. Like he's the dumbest person I've ever seen on screen.
I'm not competing.
That's okay, you can dap at him.
Black Rabbi, the problem here is Tony Robbins does know what he's talking about. Like he does impart information that is useful.
I'm way smarter than Tony Robbins.
Then how come he's a multimillionaire and you're not? How come people want to hear him and see him and learn from him and not you?
Everybody who's been exposed to him listen like him.
I don't know. I'm exposed to it right now, and I'm not wanting to learn anything.
I've seen footage of you sat around talking.
Yeah, we're known for the
I'm wicked, so that's why I'm not learning from you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Why would you not be? You're right in front of me.
I don't understand. So if I don't learn from you, I don't find you to be successful or someone that has useful information to impart to me. That means the problem is with me, not with you, automatically.
Okay, so I'm gonna really correct you right now. I'm gonna and by doing so, I'm gonna change your life. Okay. So the thing is like this. A guy like I'm using a guy like Elon Musk, a guy like Kanye West, these guys, right? Now the thing is that at a certain level in society, in the West, right, that there's a certain status where it's like, you know, you're not necessarily, you don't grow up in a way that it's like you grow up and you want to go to college and you get a skill set and then you go in the workforce, right? It's like, it's a different status in society where, you know, there's this idea of like entrepreneurship, of creativity, of implementation, these types of things, right? And you see it throughout, you know, especially in tech, you know, from computers and all this, you see like different, like just random kids that were able to create innovations. So the point is saying like, as American kids, like our whole thing is like, how big can we create? How much of an impact can we make, right? Like that's the thing. We want to do bigger than our parents. And so that world is enticing because it's like it's a world, you know, the world of celebrity, all these things. It's like it's a very, very enticing.
All right, Black Rabbi, I've heard you, and you said you're going to change my life. My life has not changed. I actually have no idea what you're talking about, and I feel like I've gotten dumber.
Right, but the point is...
Edward, the ending of his speech is the part that changes your life.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be patient. Go ahead.
So the point is the same is that that's how like some of us grew up, right? And so the thing is saying that ultimately every single person, regardless of your religion, when we want to say make a lot of money or we want to make an impact, when we really break down what's going to be achieved from it, we ultimately want a connection with the creator, right? And so when you look at like Elon Musk or Kanye, I'm just using them as two examples. There's like another 100,000 examples we can use. But when you look at those guys, it's like, yeah, they made a lot of money and they achieved, you know, like a lot of notoriety. But at the end of the day, they still haven't made it to where I made it to, right? Which is the level of completion, the level of complete connection, right? Now, in our society, hear me out. Our society, the way it's designed, we only glorify the level of luxury, right? But there's levels above luxury, right? There's power, and then there's also, you know, spiritual connection to God, right? The highest level of spiritual connection to God. So
you're putting spiritual level of God above power and luxury. 100%. So poor people cannot have a spiritual connection to God. Thank you, Black Rabbi. I have learned so much from you.
Of course they can. In fact, most people who...
You literally just said they can't.
And no, I didn't say that. I said that I said to you that the reality is that the highest status of a human being is connection to God. Beneath that is a person who has power, like a king or CEO or president. Beneath that is a person who made money and has luxury. Beneath that is the mundane person who doesn't want more than just living for the next day.
Well, you're talking to the wrong crowd because Muslims don't believe in what you're saying right now.
I know, but the wisdom...
And it doesn't make sense, and there's no...
I know.
And you haven't been through power or luxury or spiritual awakening to even make these connections.
The point is just saying I've lived in luxury my whole life, but the point, including now. But the point I'm saying to you is saying
you can't even afford a shirt.
Kanye.
Properly. What are you talking?
You're right. But the point is saying Kanye, Elon Musk.
So stop on Kanye, man. What is this?
They will never know what it is to eat food on Shabbat.
How do you know?
Yeah, how do you know?
Because
How do you know?
Because I'm telling you that they won't ever be able to do it, right? And
You're telling me. How do you know?
He lived with God.
How do you know that like you're better than them in the eyes of God?
Did you change your diapers? Did you change your
How do you
diapers?
know Black Rabbi?
No. I'm saying to you that you guys have all been indoctrinated to believe a small, limited level of what you would call success. And I'm telling you, I'm the real version of success. That's not success. What Elon Musk has in his hundreds of billions of dollars, that's not success. You know what I'm saying? I am success. Someone who found themselves, their true identity, connected to nature, connected to the fellow man, connected to God. That
I mean, you were connected to Ariel last time I heard.
So much is fucking crazy.
This guy, I mean,
You guys are
he's one of these guys on YouTube. You have to listen to them because they're so crazy. You're like, okay, what's he gonna say next? You know?
Yeah, whatever. You could downplay it all you want, Edward, but the bottom line is,
You're not making any sense.
I have the truth.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Black Rabbi, the truth, man, I hope you don't be offended by what I say, you know, like respectfully. But you and their yalla are like clowns, you know? You know what a clown is? Seriously.
How are we clowns? Yeah.
This is jokes, bro. Like, when you talk, everybody laughs. You know what I mean?
Bro, you don't realize you're seeing a guy like me.
No.
You see the guy like Ariel. You know I don't get along with Ariel, right? Like I'm not speaking.
But
I'm saying to you.
He followed you. He defended you in the previous room.
That's fine. Just let me make this point. The bottom line is, you guys are both witnessing two African Americans actively involved in foreign
No,
policy.
he loves you. That's
You're not listening. You're seeing two African Americans actively involved in foreign policy. You think it
You
stops
said
with
that
us?
you're the leader. You said you're the leader of the Black African American.
No, I'm leader. I'm leader.
And listen, let me finish you fucking clown. And then you said that only. And then you said three black people that you're with.
You know how many rooms on here he went into, like black rooms, and they went sideways when they heard him talk? They called him, what they called you? Coon. They called you coon, but they used three words.
But Edward, the difference between me and you.
But these are your people, though.
But wait, let me explain something to you. The difference between me and you.
You're so lost. You think you're a good talker.
Yeah.
But we're the listeners.
It's not about the talker.
We're the listeners.
It's not about the
You're a
talker.
joker.
I'm the doer.
I'm the doer.
Well, go do.
you know you do aerial all the time. You do aerial.
It's only going to continue to grow. Right?
How many times did you do aerial?
And I'm going to bring truth to help.
Did you do aerial, or aerial did you?
Remove the Hamas.
It went both ways.
Wait, he's saying he's going to remove Hamas now. You're removing Hamas?
He said that?
Yeah, he just said that.
said that, yeah.
Yeah, Hamas.
You're going to remove Hamas. How? Are you going to talk to them and tell them the truth?
Bitch, you couldn't move yourself from your bed into a bunker when Iran was like looking you.
He has a double wide. He might have been able to fit. But
Yeah, but the point is, you guys.
wait. Get back to Hamas, though. Hamas is, what words of wisdom are you going to impart to them for them to take you as their leader?
No, it's not about that at all. It's just saying that. Wow.
Assalamu alaikum, Abu Ubaidah, my brother.
But no, the thing is like this. The thing is saying that there was a residue that existed in the Middle East that was connected to the Ottoman Empire, right? And so...
Bro, they're going to shoot you, bro. They're just going to fucking shoot you.
Wait.
No, they'll put him to work building tunnels. Here's a shovel. We're not even going to give you
the funny thing is, he won't even be able to pretend to be a Muslim because he died for his Fatiha or the Shahad.
And Israel won't even consider him a hostage. They'll be like, no, you guys can keep him.
Seriously. You and the yellow, like, you guys like to make fools out of yourselves, like, actually. And you enjoy it. Like, I can't even believe it.
They don't understand that
we're American though, like so we're like.
What's that mean?
We represent power.
Yeah, but who? But you represent nothing, bro. You represent yourself. You fucking sucker.
We represent power.
Of course, you don't represent Americans. You represent yourself.
We do. We represent Americans 100%.
No, you don't.
On multiple levels.
You would like to represent Americans, but
of course I
unfortunately, you're never
represent.
gonna have that chance.
What do you think the future of America is? I mean, come on, wake up.
Not you, motherfucker.
No, not you.
Not you.
Wait.
I have
It's the
no
other guys that are in
clue.
Israel. It's the
I know we don't know who is it, but we know for sure that it's not you.
I'm here, and that's why.
Whoa.
Because
Okay, don't use that tone of voice, please.
this is because I'm here.
So why don't you go back to America and start working on yourself there?
What do you mean we're gonna do it here?
Like, how the fuck are you gonna become the president that's spending 8, 9, 10, 11 years instead of a straight? How does that work?
I think it's only fitting for an American president.
How?
To spend at least a decade of his life in Israel.
So you want to become the president of the United States, but you're spending most of your life in another country?
Not most of my life, the last 2 years.
So that's how many years?
Last decade, 2 years.
I heard 2 years.
Nah.
I just wanted to make sure that. Is Ariella gonna be your assistant?
No. But the point is just saying that
when you become president.
The point is just saying that we're going to move forward the relationship. We're going to make it constitutional. The relationship between Israel and America.
You're using words, but they don't mean anything. There's no concepts behind your words. There's no objective behind what you're saying. Anything at all.
But the thing that
But Robert, what do you think about this new New Yorker mayor that said he will arrest Netanyahu if he ever goes to New York?
I like it.
Oh, you like it? You support it?
Yeah, I think number one, he's going to fail. But two, the most important thing is saying that it shows how much of a great democracy America has, right? And as we're bombing that part of the world, hey, somebody from their nation.
Is it not surprising to you that a Muslim man in New York is the one who won?
No. I mean, you think about it. No, you got to think about it in this frame. Like when Black Lives Matters happened, there was I think there was 4 congressional representatives that were elected on that momentum. The same thing you see here by the whole backlash to Trump and the stopping the protest in Colombia. So this is just a backlash, but it's nice.
So it's not shocking to you that a Muslim man inside of New York won?
No.
Between all the Jews that live there?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying because the point is just saying we have to completely subdue intellectually the Middle East. So when they see that affects
you have to subdue intellectually the Middle East.
Yeah. So
what does this mean?
So what it means is like when they see an image of a Muslim guy winning New York, it makes them believe in America more. It makes them want to be a part of it.
Wait, you said subdue the intellect of the Middle East?
Yeah.
Subdue the intellect of the Middle East.
But I think after the last thing that happened here in the Middle East, nothing is actually gonna paint a good image of you guys in this region at least.
Habibi, this is the new mayor of New York is also a Shia. He's actually a Shia.
Great. Let him play. Let all the cameras in America be there when he's elected, and he can put his prayer out, and he can do a salat. He can do a salat. No, we want to see it. It sells America. It sells America.
He will change the minds of the young people in America.
We're worried about him. Yeah, he's such an intellectual.
Of course, because, buddy, what's going to happen? Eventually these young people are going to have to...
He's a simpleton. But the point is just saying that you understand...
More successful politically than you.
Okay, great.
Yeah, exactly. He is more successful than you are, Black Rabbi.
And you know what? And the way that you guys...
Do you deny this?
the way that you've been trained to understand what
How do you
success
feel about an
He's where
immigrant
you
who
wanna
became
be.
mayor and you fucking ran away to a trade?
Nah.
You ran away.
Let me ask you this.
You ran away. He stayed there and he accomplished something. You accomplished.
I want you to take a step back. There has
He accomplished something practicing his own religion. He didn't have to change his religion to fucking say I'm gonna do this, do that, do that.
I reconnected my religion and my soul.
Reconnected, reconnect my ass.
Hey, I love you guys, but the reality is saying that we're conquering you. And you guys should start. You guys have to accept that. You have to accept.
Who is we conquering? Like, what are you conquering? I don't know.
We're reshaping the Middle East. We're reshaping the Middle East.
No, Iran just did that to Iran just reshaped Israel.
It seems to be the other way around, isn't it? If the mayor of New York City is going to be a Muslim man from Africa, I think it's the other way around.
What do you think a mayor can do? Like, what role do you guys look?
Mayor of New York, what do you think?
Yeah, mayor of New York, and you can't be mayor of a small town anywhere in the U.S.
No.
New York.
Okay, wow, he's a mayor. What is he going to do? Defund the police?
But what have you done? You ran for Congress and didn't make it. He's running, and he's made it through
You
the
guys should
Democratic
read
nominations.
the New York Times analysis on the whole thing.
Yeah, they did.
Electing a new mayor.
Well, due to the reason New York Times. Anyways, but the point is just saying that.
What? It's a
Black Roma, you didn't make it. You're giving me $252,500.
Okay, but I'm saying
You took the $2,500 to go to Israel. You fucking idiot. That's what you did.
do you think
10,000 votes. That's what you got. 10,000 votes.
do you think I was supposed to?
That's nothing.
And yet this guy's a simpleton, and you're the smart one.
He's a simple.
He's accomplished more than you have.
No, yeah, you guys, because you have a limited perspective of what a conference.
Okay, alright. Politically speaking, how are you more successful than him?
It's not politically. It's a.
No, I'm asking you because we're talking about politics. How are you more successful than him?
It's not about politics. It's about life.
So spiritually, you're saying spiritually you're more successful?
What I'm saying is that everything that you want to do, like everything you want to accomplish in life, the root of that accomplishment is to connect to that. Right?
So
if you're not
so who's more successful, you or him?
me,
How?
Politically speaking.
because
How are you going to do that?
because I'm able to connect my actions to God's will. He's not.
Okay, how do you know his actions?
You spent most of your life hopping from one religion to another. What the fuck are you talking about?
How do you know his relationship with God?
I'm just saying he's a simpleton.
Yeah, you say
You're
it, but
judging
how do you know?
his faith. You don't know his spirituality. You don't know how his connection with God.
And you said actions, right? So his actions have proven that he's not a simpleton. You're the one who brought up actions as a metric.
I'm telling this is all to make Qatar happy. It's just all politics.
But he's accomplished.
Hold on. So it is politics in the background. So he is more successful than you.
No, he's just at the right place.
Look at his bio. Look at his bio.
Right place.
Look what did he say in his bio. Look at it, dude.
Yeah, I think his platform is like this socialist platform we saw people trying to.
Right place at the right time. He's saying that politics is like first comes first served.
Black Rabbi, why are you lying on your bio? It says new to Clubhouse, credit testing it out. Why are you lying? You're new to
You left? Oh my god.
I didn't realize he was announced a lie.
I think we guys should.
Black Rabbi, you're not very spiritually connected if you're lying.
No.
God doesn't like lies.
Yo guys, I missed you guys. Salam alaikum. Unfortunately, someone called me.
Alaikum assalam.
I had an event going on, so I had to be off this app. Amir, everyone, salam alaikum, guys. I hope you get blessed. If you're a Zionist, I hope you get fucked in the ass, piece of shit. Yeah, I just love this group so much, bro. Like, I love everyone in this group that's pro-patty. If you're pro-patty, I love you.
No, shut up.
Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. Go suck them.
You come in here like some weird foreigner, like
Shut up,
coming
you
to like an
fucking
American event, like talking all loud.
I
I love everybody. Shut up.
Do me, sue me, everybody do me, kick me, kike me, don't you black and white me. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us.
Fix the
All I want to say is that they don't really care about us.
Fix the country your parents fled.
Well, first of all, my parents.
You haven't accomplished anything in the West. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I did, bitch. I did. More than you, bro.
You just made money. That's it.
Well,
I
what is it?
You just help fuel our economy. That's it.
Yeah, maybe I help fuel your system.
Our Black Rabbi, I'm not here.
Edward, how are you, bro? How are you, Hafi? I missed you, man.
I'm doing well. How are you, Ennis?
God is great, well, alhamdulillah. I just love trolling these Zios, so, you know.
This guy's annoying, bro.
I'm annoying? Maybe I was annoying when I was fucking your sister in the pussy.
At least Ennis makes sense. I mean,
I'm joking, bro.
and Ennis's sentences have an objective
Amir,
to them.
salam alaikum. Amir, my brother, I love you so much. How are you? I missed you, bro. I missed you so much. How are you?
It shows how primitive.
Yeah, today is 25th.
This
Privileged you are, Black Rabbi.
This guy will curse.
You wouldn't want to do that, bro.
It's June
And then the
25th.
next moment, he's
You wouldn't want to do that if you actually saw his sister, bro. You take that statement back.
Today is June 25th, which was 16 years when Michael Jackson died, and he was killed by Rabbi Shmuley for his Zionist Jew.
What did he do to the baby exam? Because Black Rabbi.
I haven't.
we're talking about baby.
How did you help and support them? Support their families, support their people.
I can guarantee you.
Since you're spiritually connected.
Yeah, since you want to talk about Muslims, tell us, you as a Jew, what did you do?
Yo. Everybody do me, kick me, kike me, don't you black and white me. All I want to say is that they don't really
Calm down, bro. We're not doing this.
I missed you. I missed you. How are you?
This guy's
Okay, yeah, but
he's
you
an
gotta calm
annoying
down.
foreigner. He's an annoying foreigner.
No, he's not. He's not.
He is. He's annoying foreigner.
He's just passionate. He's
annoying. He's one moment was actually.
Just like you're passionate for Israel, even though you don't have a citizen.
Put it this way, you guys are the Muslims today are literally marching in parades with homosexuals and transgender.
Your Tel Aviv is like 1/3 of the population is homosexual. What are you on about?
Yeah, but you know.
Your Jewish state is supposed to be holy land. What the fuck are you on about? Stop your tits down.
But you know what? The only way that they're able to march is by massive security, right? Because Jews have tried to kill. I'm just saying, you guys march with homosexuals.
So you're saying they're extremists, they're terrorists.
You guys sit around and you guys cuss, you guys talk disgusting, and the next minute, oh my shit.
Literally, you attacked a whole bunch of girls in my room, and you call yourself a rabbi. Shame on you. Shame on you.
This is why the Jews.
You literally attacked a whole bunch of women in my room.
We're closer to God. We're closer to God than you guys are.
What does
You guys have lost your way. You lost your way.
What does your God tell you to do?
You lost your way to the gym, yeah, Black Rabbi.
What does your God tell you to do, Mister? You're more connected to God. What does your God tell you to do?
To unify the Middle East and get out all the cancers.
About homosexuals, since you're the one who brought it up.
They need to heal.
Your Torah says to stone them. I don't want you to.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, remember that hat? Remember that hat he was wearing?
You don't tell us.
What does it say?
Yes, I do. I have the right to tell you. I do.
Sit and learn from a Jew. Sit and learn.
It's in your book. It's in your book. Your book says that. Your God says that.
You guys sit and learn.
Your book says that.
And if you guys learn,
No, you change everything in your book.
If you guys learn from Jews, you guys will be at a moral standing that God will be standing with.
So what does the Torah say about it? What does the Torah say about it?
You guys are marching with LGBTQ.
So what does the Torah say about it?
Do you think God is with you?
Tell us. Don't run away. Tell us. What does the Torah say?
You guys, you know God's not with you.
What does the Torah say? Just tell us. What does the Torah say?
You guys have morally and ethically sold each other.
So, Jahash, what does the Torah say about homosexuals?
I mean, what do you mean?
Can you tell us?
It says it's forbidden.
So what does the Torah
say?
say?
Rabbi, you meant to know answers.
You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it.
Okay, what verse is that?
I don't know. It's in Leviticus.
Yeah.
So if you shouldn't do it, then why the hell do you have a lot of homosexuals running around inside Israel?
Because they were around non-Jews.
Okay. So you have non-Jews that created the state.
No, I'm saying non-Jews were the ones who taught Jews that.
I think Theodore Herzl, wasn't he like homosexual?
Black Rabbi, I wouldn't be surprised if you were homosexual, you fucking scumbag son of a bitch. I actually wouldn't be surprised.
Why not? Why would you be surprised? I said gay.
I wouldn't. I said I wouldn't be surprised.
I seen
You
gay.
can change you can change everything that the Torah says, you know? You can do that in your religion.
The point is the same.
Because I think honestly, I need a gay man because they take you seriously, so you must be careful.
I'm saying this as a person who made Hajj. All I'm saying is you guys.
No, I'm asking you for the verse. You
guys lost your
couldn't
way.
even guide me to the verse. Guide me to the verse. I want to learn.
Listen,
I want to learn about the Torah.
Amir, look how you guys talk. You guys are not righteous.
Guide me to the verse. Guide me to the verse.
You guys are like,
Did you ever see yourself talk how you disrespect women? Did you ever see yourself?
Light it, like Rabbi, light that joint.
Anyways, I think I do wanted to ask Hector. I think he was in the healthy debates yesterday. Hector, by the way, I know you were talking to some Zionists yesterday. Rohan brought up this whole point about some bullshit, right? That, if we can do it sort of like diplomatically or, ceasefire and, end it. You brought up something about the regime change. You see, that's the problem I have as well. Why would America wants to do a regime change in a country that America doesn't have power over? Like, what do you care what the regime they have in there? It's up to the people. And back in, I brought up this point earlier, back in 70s or something, there was diplomatically, there was a prime minister was selected, right, diplomatically, but guess what? It was toppled by the CIA because it did not align with the Western values or the British values. Can you believe it? I'll give you his name.
that's fake news.
I got the data.
What are you trying to prove?
Let me read it out to you guys because Hector's here. Hector was having a very good. I was in there for a little bit in the healthy debates. So this is what happened. I'll give you. So in 1953, welcome to the stage, Hector. 1953, the CIA coup against Mossadegh. Mohammad Mossadegh, right? He was Iran's democratically elected prime minister in 1951. Action nationalized the Anglo-Iranian oil company, challenging British and Western interests. Outcome in 1953, the U.S. via CIA Operation Ajax and UK orchestrated a coup that overthrew Mossadegh. The result, the Shah of Iran, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, who had fled, was reinstated with full autocratic power. He was widely seen as a Western-backed puppet. You see what I'm saying, Hector? Are you there, brother?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Awesome. Yeah, listen, thanks for bringing me up. I didn't realize that room was going to give me so much pushback. But, guys, this stuff isn't just happening today. And I kind of feel like if you're not well read on history, you're going to think, Iran is a big buddy. But that's not the case here. We definitely, we overthrew their government, right? And now the chickens are coming home to roost. And for them to say, we need to get rid of these people like dogs, it just kind of tells you what the mindset is at. And we have to get back to a diplomatic solution. So I was surprised. I was really surprised.
No, I just don't get it. Look, this so-called war, they lost it, right? So that guy Rohan from Australia, he wouldn't believe it. His daughter is actually pro-Pali. She raised funds and she does a lot of stuff. She's a Palestinian activist, right? But him, I don't know if he's changing his narrative. JB is slowly starting to change, but he got butthurt by me a couple of days ago in this room. He's like, okay, I'm not going to talk to you anymore, and then he leaves, and then he opens his own room. My whole problem is this so-called war that was started by the Zionist entity, which is Israel. They pretty much started the war, and Netanyahu cried out because, they didn't know Iran would target them in such a bad manner because they have ballistic missiles, hypersonic missiles, right? And Trump comes out. Trump is like, okay, we're going to put on a show. Like 2 days or 3 days prior to it, I'm sure you've seen the intelligence report. They literally moved a whole bunch of uranium and everything, out of their facility into an unknown location.
They move records.
No, not records. According to the intelligence, they did move. There was a lot of activity with trucks at Black Rabbi.
I saw it. We saw it on the satellite.
Yeah. And the satellite. So what I'm saying is the satellite images that came out, they were from the outside. All right, so they could not see what happened inside those.
You're saying inside? Okay, fine.
Yeah. So they moved it right to a different side of the mountain or whatever they did, and IAEA apparently leaked out the names of the Iranian nuclear scientists. That's how they were able. Hang on, Black Rabbi, you gotta stop interrupting, man. So IAEA apparently released the Iranian nuclear scientists' names to the Zionist entity in America, and that's how they were able to assassinate like 14 or 16 of them. You see what I'm saying? So this is why Iranian government came out and they're like, we're not gonna fuck with the IAEA anymore. You see what I'm saying? They suspended the whole contract. And at the same time, I forgot to tell you, you didn't raise a question about why is Israel not allowing the inspections? The nuclear. I forgot to ask you to. Why didn't you ask them that, Hector? You would have triggered the shit out of them.
But Amir, common sense. I'm just saying this as a common sense point based off what you just said. A common sense point was that, like, to say hypothetically, like if Iran really had nuclear capabilities still, they would be telling everybody that they don't have nuclear capabilities. Like, wow, they came, they destroyed everything, blah, 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 blah. But they're doing the opposite, right? Which all that does is it just invigorates in giving Israel or whoever else justification to come back, right? So why would you do that? Why would you not? You take away the power from America and Israel or any type of military intervention by just saying, hey, simply like, hey, yeah, you guys destroyed everything. And you just keep enriching under the ground. But the fact that they're saying that they didn't do that is almost a proof that that is exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? That they did remove that, and they're trying to save face by saying they still have it.
No, they didn't do it. There's a lot of activities. There's a lot of reports coming out. There's about 2 or 3 different sources reported on this. So Iranian government, look, make it make sense, Black Rabbi. Let's say you're leader of this fake state called Israel, right? And turned out you have this nation called Iran has a problem with your nuclear program, right? The day one, right, and they're negotiating, and what the intention of Iran is about to, shoot a rocket into your nuclear if you don't abide by the rules and regulations. So what you would do in your right mind, anybody in their right fucking mind, they would move everything out of the location so nobody knows where that nuclear stuff is. You know what I'm saying? Anything to do with uranium, nuclear equipment, weaponry, all that. They would move it to an unknown location until further notice. Any country, and Iranians are pretty smart. They're not dumbasses like you are. You see what I'm saying? I know you. Sometimes you come off as a dumbass.
Why you call names? Like, how do you?
No, I didn't call you name. I said you come off as a dumbass. I didn't call you a dumbass. I said you come off as a dumbass.
No, you said it. You're not brilliant. I don't know what to say.
No. I'm saying you're. I don't know what to tell you, man. You just some of the things you say. It's like some genocidal shit, man. But Hector, what's your take on this? Why is Israel not allowing the IAEA to come in and inspect it? Are you there, brother? Yeah, they're just. What do you expect, man? These people, a Zionist entity is just full of freaking surprises. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, now I can hear you. Hello? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, no, listen, I think it's total BS, right? Because, see, what we got to get clear on is we're going
Your brother in the Matrix.
to the oh man. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you. Yep. Can you hear me? What were you saying?
Okay. Yeah, so I'm saying if we're going to hold Iran to international law, we got to be willing to hold Israel and everyone else to international law and treaties. And right now, Israel's not letting in the inspectors. They won't even admit they have nuclear weapons. They're non-parties to the NPT. So at this point, I think in my mind they've lost credibility here. And until they can come back to the table with some sort of true diplomatic solution, I'm not buying what they're selling. And that's just the reality. They started this. They violated international law, and now we're supposed to jump into a conflict with them? No. So I think it's a big mistake on the United States' part not to be more aggressive and forceful in using the diplomacy to get things done for a true peaceable two-state solution, and stop this conflict going on in Iran. I think this is ridiculous.
100%. I mean, we gotta have some sort of peace in that, in a reason. And Netanyahu always wants war, always wants more killing, thirsty for blood. Just gotta end all of the shit show that he's doing. Give them the state, or give them something. Permanent ceasefire. And even in the previous week, you wouldn't believe it, Netanyahu. If you raise this question with people that are running the healthy debates, that why did Netanyahu give weapons to ISIS? It's gonna piss them off. And guess what? It's coming from the Israeli socialists. One of the Knesset members, released it out to the media that Netanyahu gave weapons to ISIS in Gaza, and what they're doing is they're stealing the aid trucks and they're selling it in a black market for triple the price. And then Netanyahu and his criminal Zionist entity comes out and says, "Oh, it was Hamas that stole it." You know what I'm saying? And then they keep on killing more and more people. This is the big issue inside Gaza.
It's really sad, and I think a lot of
You're in the matrix.
Why do Americans have such bad internet? What's going on with you, man?
Are you in New York, brother? New York internet is sucks, man. Anyways, what's up with you, G? And Point, if you want to come on up, you're welcome to come on up as well. Assalamu alaikum. So, G, in the Zionist spaces, they were, really, they're saying this type of bullshit, If you go into the healthy debate club or any of the Zionist spaces, you'll hear this type of bullshit.
Yeah, I was hoping before I talk, Black Rabbi doesn't leave the room, but as usual, he knows the situation is extremely bad over there, and he got nothing really to say except to hear the defeat and all those, like you said, the judgment day right there. It's pretty good title. It's for them to see what does it feel like bombing the other people, innocent people. Wasn't it enough? You bombed their building, their house. Now you bombing their tent, killing. I mean, they thought they can easily get away with it, all this murdering, getting protected by another genocidal of the big Satan, which is America, always veto it at the UN and backing them up, and the rest of the SAYO in the NATO members, they always can send them more weapons, technology, defense system to back them to continue with this murder, despite all these national countries in that UN. 5 veto at the UN happened by the snake of America, the devil of America did it. The rest of the countries were saying yes for the ceasefire, the immediate ceasefires, and this devil country says no. I think it was a good punishment that God set up automatically, even though they start this, but they didn't know what's about to happen to them. Yes, was a judgment, I think, clear as day. They came for the regime change, government change. And the second, uprise the people, and they had everything lined up for the last 10 years, planning this. All these Zions, including Israel, America, NATO, all they planned out perfectly, and they let Israel to lead this plan. Unfortunately, they didn't know the people of Iran, when it comes to the wartime, they will stand up with the government. They get united. These people come from the long route. They are well educated. They know if they don't, it's gonna be another Libya, another Afghanistan, another Syria, another Iraq. They got together and they stand up and they defeat these Zions. And like everybody see that, I remember Brian Hook, the guy was in charge of Iran in the White House on the previous Trump administration, was calling Iranian missiles are a joke. It's a Photoshop. How long that guy did last in the White House? Wasn't he got his ass kicked out of the Al-Assad in the Iraq-based American? Their ass got lit up. And who was the next one making fun of the Iran missile and capability? Was it Bibi? They planned everything. They thought they can go through and succeed. But things turn around, their ass is getting lit up. For those are angry that Iran lit their asses and Trump had no choice to change the plan and say, no, it's so bad regime change and all that. It's such a bad thing. I'm so sorry because the plan didn't go accordingly. I'm so sorry. When you gamble, you win, you lose. This time, Bibi and the rest of the Zion entity of the American, the rest of the NATO members that they all thought were going to win this battle, they're all fucking their ass got lit up. If only you guys know the rest of the story, is too early for me to come to tell what really happened. What you guys see it over there is just what you guys see on the news and those pictures. But what really went down, just give it some time. I might start little by little open to this room maybe. Just not yet. Things was much bigger than everything. And why did Bibi and the Trump start begging Qatari to have Iran to stop this? Don't take my word for it. Steve Bannon. Just listen what Steve Bannon announced yesterday. He said their ass, Israelis ass, got so kicked. They were so bad shape. No defense. They're out of ammunition. Defense. And everything was so bad for them. They had to back from the Trump, and Trump had to back the Qatari to back Iran. And Iran shoved it a huge list of demand. Just wait those demand list of the demand condition comes out, and you all find out what really Iran to eat this Zions. Most everything they had, money makers, building, technology, military asset, you name it, the list can go up to the 50, 100 targets of each one of them worth of billions, if it's not $100 billion. Boom! 30, 40, 50, put Israel behind technology. Yeah, that's what happened. Judgment Day is the correct way to say it.
Let's hear from pro-America side, right? We have Amos here. He's very pro-America. Let's see if he answered the question. Amos, do you think America lost this so-called?
No, I do not.
How do you say that? Can you please tell us? How do you? Why did they not lose? Can you tell us? How did they win?
We didn't even. It wasn't even a war. So how can we lose something that's not even a war?
So what was their objective by throwing a bomb at what they did?
They had an objective. They executed their objective.
Yeah, but the objective was to bomb the nuclear facility, but they did not bomb the nuclear facility.
They did.
But there's multiple reports that they did. That shows that they moved it prior to the America doing the attack.
Oh, okay. Well, I have reports that say otherwise.
Yeah, but I have to go based on data. Do you have data that proves otherwise?
Yeah, I have reports that say otherwise.
Which reports? Can you provide us a report?
No.
Okay, I have the report that shows something else. The intelligence.
Of course. Anything that makes America look bad, you're gonna have and support it. I already know what you're up.
It's nothing to do with America. It has to do with the CNN and New York Times. They actually released it out to the media.
That sounds right.
And and then there was there was 3 or 4 days prior to that, there was a report that there was a lot of activity with the trucks. So they moved it. They took it out of the location that they bombed.
Chucky, you always say that you're like a real American and you put America first, but I also am a real American and I'm from Americans. And real Americans really don't care about Israel. And lately I've been noticing that you're like buttering up to all the Zionists. So I'm just curious, are you a sellout?
I'm not a sellout because a Zionist comes on stage and we happen to be talking on the topic and they say something I like. All of a sudden I'm a sellout? That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Lately I've been questioning your allegiance.
Yeah, my allegiance is to America and it's solely to America.
Just like the people in Congress that are Zionists and put Israel first, they say the same thing, but yeah, that's actually not true.
Nah, that got nothing to do with me, man. My allegiance is to the American flag, I'm a proud nationalist. Any more questions, Crystal?
Yeah, that was all.
All right, thank you for asking, ma'am. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
You shot me at a grocery store, Crystal. You shot me at a grocery store. You don't get to hear that after they bag your shit, bag the stuff out. They're like, well, rest of the whole day.
And Crystal.
I'm not mad or anything, but like, when people say that they're like for America and all that stuff, it's confusing nowadays because so many people are actually like for Israel, right? But like real, like Americans, like the real people, not the government, they don't really care about Israel, right? They really put America first. And I don't know, I was just making sure that you were.
That's crazy, Crystal, that you came with that, man.
That what?
It's crazy that you came to that conclusion, man. I come into a room, that is clearly anti-American. I come in here, I wave my flag,
This is not anti-American.
I say the Pledge of Allegiance. You know,
Yeah, but
you got a lot of people in here. But hear me out though. You got a lot of people in here that live in America, dick riding for Iran. You know, and I'm just here to call out the bullshit, man.
Well, there's two things. Here's two things, Chucky. One, you're only obligated to say the Pledge of Allegiance once in your life to become a citizen. So that's the only obligation. You always stressing that people need to say it on a daily basis does not say they are patriotic or not. That's not a factor. All you need to do is, as an obligation to be an American, is say it once when you're getting your citizenship. That's one. And then second, part of America is free speech. So if somebody is agreeing with things that Iran is doing, that's not dick riding. That's freedom of speech. And that's the American way.
Okay, so I just want to respond back to you. Number one, I never said it was an obligation to say it every day. That's something that I choose to do.
But you always asking and questioning and interrogating people if they said it every day. You always ask that question.
Oh, yeah, it's just something.
And then when Amir isn't saying it, you call them, you said he's not a patriot.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's obligated. It's not you're not obligated to say it every day, you know. And
but because Amir is not.
Can I finish? Can I finish responding back? You know, you made two things. You said two things, and I would like to respond back to your two statements, and then we could have the dialogue. And number two, I never said that you don't have the freedom of speech as an American citizen. You said people say a lot of shit on the stage I don't like, and I'm entitled to how I feel too. I feel like there's a lot of people on here that got Iran stick in their mouth. And I'm here to call the bullshit out. That's it.
Yeah, but you said that it makes people anti-American. You said people are anti-American because they're saying these things. And then also you always bother Amir about not saying that because he doesn't say the national anthem or the Pledge of Allegiance or whatever, that makes him against America or non-American or not a patriot. You're saying that every time you come on stage.
Yeah, I know, but what I have, my issue with the mayor, that's between the mayor and not the.
You saying it publicly in a room.
I don't mind. You could release it out to the public.
You're not DMing him. You're not DMing him to shit. You're saying it on us.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh yeah, not due to the person in the comments, man. A lot of people dick riding got Israel's dick down their throat too. You know, both of them for real. It's America.
So is the American government they're dick riding for Israel? I think we should be dick riding for America. The same people that they're dick riding for Israel. We should not criticize. Anyways, that's what it is. You know, somebody that gets inspired by a pedophile like Amos, and then calls himself Amos, and does things for Amos' uncle. That's very disturbing. Anyways, what's up, Rayfan and Isaiah?
What's up? I just came to the room. I just wanted to see what y'all was talking about.
We're talking about Israel. You support Israel?
Yeah, I see what's going on over there. It's unfortunate. I see Trump is trying to make a treaty and just tell them to just calm down right now. That's all.
Do you think America lost and Israel lost this nuclear war with Iran?
Nah, I think that I don't want to say too much on the zap, but I think that Trump, he got some ties in with the other side, so his agenda just ain't falling through because it's like everybody wants to be in power at the same time, but it's just not working on his timing right now. And Israel's just like, we want to do it like this, and he's just like, just chill. Yeah, it's just too much going on, man. It's very political right now. Very, very political.
So what do we do about the intelligence report that came out and that said that they didn't really they missed the target of nuclear? They were supposed to hit that target. There was a lot of activities. Chris,
well, there's corruption everywhere. So I just feel like a bad apple just made a bad decision, and
so
they just trying to start.
Are you
something
saying
right now.
that they did lose this nuclear thing because Israel started it, and then Israel was begging for a ceasefire? America came out. America's like, okay, I'm going to put on a show. They put on a show, literally booty clap with a Zionist entity, and threw a bunker buster bomb into Iran's nuclear facility. And it turned out we got the intelligence report that says they missed it. They did not target.
Yeah, I mean, no one's saved this yet. No one, I mean, maybe they have for the past couple of days, since I haven't been back. But I think, were you guys aware after America did their attack on Iran, what was Iran's next step? What did they do? They went and met with Russia, and then they attacked the naval base. Then they attacked the military base, and then the ceasefire happened. So I think Russia's got something to do with this, because why would Iran immediately go and have a meeting with Russia after America's attacked?
Well, here's the thing. I think that's why Trump had to tell Israel to chill out, because Trump tied in with the Russians now. And I ain't gonna
it makes sense if you think about it. Like, if you think about it from a threat point of view, what's more likely to, most likely to shut Trump up? A potential war with Russia, or just Iran responds?
I can't say. I cannot. The reason why I can't say Russia is because he's tied in with them folks. He's the only one that can say Russia chill out, because he's tied in.
No, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like, if you got attacked and you have someone that's like a big brother that's gonna back you up, the first thing you're gonna do is go and speak to them.
Yeah, but like I said, Trump is tied in with the Russians.
I don't think so, bro.
I believe so, because
they were sending weapons to Ukraine, but it doesn't. I don't think they're more Ukrainian than Russian.
They make money off these wars, though. That's why I say it get very political, man. Because think about it, when we had the last president, right? Trump wasn't done with his little agenda inside. So he get all this money, do what he do. He tied in with these other countries like that, and then they put this president in place, get us distracted with McCain, whatever his name is, and then put Trump back in to finish his job. And right now is just not the time for that WW3 to go off right now, because he tied in with them folks. I feel like Israel just don't want to listen to nobody, because
in relation to Russia, even Hamas wanted Russia involved, and China involved related to ceasefire. You remember, I don't know, 8-9 months ago, right? But because nobody trusts America anymore, right?
What's gonna make America rethink his allegiance with Israel? Yeah, I mean, a war with Russia and Iran. That's gonna make America think twice, right?
Yep. Because Russia over there is attacking Ukraine like crazy, and then you had Iran was attacking Israel like crazy. Walaikum assalam. How you doing today?
All I'm going to say is that every time I hear the words, number one, I think that Iran probably has nuclear capabilities, but I don't think they have nuclear weapons. You know who has nuclear weapons? North Korea. We never bombed them. Russia got no nuclear weapons. We never bombed them.
Wait, Russia's got nuclear weapons. What are you talking about?
We never bombed them, though, right? That's what I'm trying to say. A country with nuclear weapons, we've never bombed them. I'm just saying. And I think that they're just getting into a war with Iran because, you know why. Whatever Israel says we have to do, because our government is paid off and sold to Israel via AIPAC. And that's just the reality. Every time that motherfucking Netanyahu comes into fucking office, comes into the fucking Congress or the Senate hearings or whatever, and he says another country, I'm like, I can't with this fucking guy, bro. I can't. I don't know about y'all, but there's a lot of dots that are connected here.
Y'all remember
what's gonna happen next though? Because Iran is determined.
It honestly depends.
It's annihilate Israel from And
no, it would have to be. No, there would have to be international jihad. That would be the real thing that would only be done like that.
Who's going to do that? There needs to be a.
It can either be done through that, or it would have
there
to
needs to be a unanimous opinion of
correct.
major stars.
Correct.
And that's not going to happen. No one's going to step up and see that and organize and say,
I agree with you. Our ummah is very da'if. It's okay. I understand. I agree with you. But I feel like when you hear Israeli, officials and stuff, their main objective is to make sure they don't get divestments. So I feel like the less we give them less money we give them, the weaker they are. And their economy has already been hit because of all this. So imagine us pulling out all that money. America gave them $13 billion during 2024 alone in aid. Imagine without that $13 billion and all the weapons we give them, they would not stand a chance. I'm just saying.
No, I agree. But like I said, I think Iran is going to continue the war with Israel because they want to continue the war with Israel.
They got disrespected so many times and nobody backed them up. How many times?
Where's America going to stand? Where's America going to stand with this? And that's what I'm going to say.
And that's
America. Would they be changing their mind with the allegiance to Israel?
Yeah, it has
because
to.
Iran has so much
They didn't expect Gen Z to read. You know what I'm saying? They didn't expect. The biggest thing that the Zionist machine here in America didn't expect was for Gen Z to be informed. They were watching everything else. The educated black man. These educated Arabs, these Arabs with power. They were watching everything else. But they never expected Gen Z to be informed and actually into politics. And that's what's going to kill them. That billions of dollars they spent creating this propaganda machine for decades is slowly melting. It's amazing.
Do you know what I want to see, right? Listen, do you know what I want to see? Everyone in America has been like, regime change in Iran, change the regime, get rid of the IRGC. But now I want America to be like, okay, let's change the government in Israel because it's not benefiting us anymore. Let's get rid of Netanyahu. Let's stop the occupation of Gaza.
I agree with you.
I think that's more likely to happen.
I mean, I hope so, but that would take the ego of Donald Trump to be burnt to a different level. You know what I mean?
I mean, he said fuck. He said fuck. They didn't fuck Israel.
He said they don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's what he said today.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I'm pretty sure he's. I mean, look at his history as a businessman. The Apprentice, right? Hire and fire, and I think Netanyahu's done. So I think America could just get rid of him.
Hey Teddy. So my question is, right? Do you think that, quote unquote, there is going to be a time when all these motherfuckers say, fuck it, we all just going to go to war? Do you think it's
when it comes to their seat?
Yeah, okay.
Me as a Muslim, if it was allowed, I would be there now.
You think he's going to be happening now? About maybe this year, end of this year?
And I think a big population of the Muslim world would as well, or adult age fighting males. It becomes, once there's like a unanimous agreement on the major organized scholars, then it becomes mandatory. I'm pretty sure they'd have to.
Yeah, we'd all have to. All Muslims would have to be called men first. But if they needed women, I'll go. I've been doing shootings for a minute, bro.
Obviously, there's exemptions. Do you know what I'm saying? But
obviously. But to die shaheed is fire. Let's talk about.
Yeah.
Are y'all in America?
I'm from Brooklyn, born and bred. How you doing?
Oh, Brooklyn. Can't look at me.
That made me laugh, yo. Shit.
Sorry.
But did you guys see?
Are you serious, Misha? Can you show that link? Sorry, Wayfind. So sorry.
No, Naima.
Crystal apparently got pissed off. Who else? The pro-American
Chucky.
You guys are too harsh on him, man. Come on.
I wasn't trying to attack him, but he's been lately. I don't know, all up in there,
Yeah, he's all up in. He's got Donald Trump's dick in his mouth. Yeah.
Let me ask something, right? For Gen Z, right? Do you think now is a great time to join the military? They're that fucking desperate.
Nah, bro. They still live with their moms, bro. They Gucci right now.
No, but I'm saying, like, if anyone's desperate in Gen Z, you think this is a great time to join the military?
Maybe if you get them amped up enough, but then again, it goes back to do you remember the 2003, like, post 9/11? That propaganda was elite. That was a different type of propaganda machine. Americans was riled the fuck up. They saw like, recruitment go up like 80% or some shit like that. You know, is the idea that, but now we're too informed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you remember that time? Do you remember that propaganda was shoved down your throat? Do you remember that? 9/11, never forget. Everywhere. American flags with that sign on there. Y'all remember this?
Yeah, I remember that.
And Islamophobia was at an all-time high. Trust me.
I think they're gonna have a really hard time finding people to join the army.
For sure.
I think that
I'd rather serve crack than this country, period. That's what I said.
America is probably gonna it's just all gonna be an inside job at this point. Just
like 9/11, bro. Everything's an inside job with these motherfuckers. You don't think Timothy McVeigh, the Unabomber, you don't think he's an asset? I beg of you. I beg of everybody. Holla at me, please.
I don't want to say too much on this.
We all grown though. I know. Let me shut up.
That anonymous group, they're that countdown for that attack in the United States. If it ended yet, the countdown.
Anonymous still says everything. Yo, they said they're gonna drop some shit at the end of this month regarding the.
No, they said there's a countdown to an attack on domestic soil.
Correct. There's sleeper cells all over the place. He said, but it's not going to be. But they said, do not believe the media. That's what they kept saying.
Yeah, when's that countdown ending?
Just be careful, bro. I recommend solar-powered things in your house. I already Amazon mad shit, okay?
In the UK, everything to do with America, I don't really give a shit. I don't really mind about this.
Yo, what are you talking about? Didn't your Prime Minister just say prepare for war? Hello, good morning. How you doing?
Yeah,
I know, he's taking the mic, innit?
Yes, guys.
Yeah, bro, fuck yeah, you get me, like, I thought about it, and I'm like, surprise waffling, bear was.
Yeah.
But that was so spot on.
She put so much energy, it's not this fucking thing.
Thank you. I lived in London for 3 years. I did my master's over there. Yeah.
They
What's your ethnicity?
They definitely looking for you, Neymar.
Egyptian and Moroccan.
They looking for you.
I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you something.
That explains the energy.
Again, I'm Egyptian and Moroccan. I was born in New York. My name has been on the list. You know, the Associated Press. The Associated Press leaked the CIA stuff. Did you guys see that? Do you guys remember this controversy? No? Okay.
Yo, Neymar,
my family's part of it.
Say no more, sister.
I can trust to be on Clubhouse and talk this shit. Like,
because I'm innocent.
They'll prove him guilty, right?
I'm innocent. They're gonna run my fingerprints, Nathan. They're gonna find Nathan on me. I don't do nothing.
Yeah, I don't do anything either. Yeah, I'm innocent also.
No, I am, bro. What are you talking about? It's a law clerk for fucking immigration. Like, what are they gonna do for me? Out of here.
What's your thoughts on the ICE situation?
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I worked in immigration for 15 years, okay? 15 years I've been doing immigration. Most of my life, okay? And I'm telling you, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I have clients in ICE custody who shouldn't even be there. I got into an argument. I don't know, you guys don't join my rooms, but in another room I was talking about how I got into a fight with ICE counsel, like 2 days ago. They had my girl didn't do nothing. Nathan, okay? She just sat in a car she sat in a car with her cousin who didn't have any papers, okay? So the cops pulled them over, took her cousin and her, both of them. She had everything solid documentation, real. They ran this shit, everything. And then when we asked ICE counsel and everything, they told us she's just collateral.